Local Scene Podcast. It's Luke. I'm here today with Finn, producer from out here, right, Ellen?
Yes, sir. Van Nuys full like
from LA,
away over here.
AKA Spliff Bussin'. He's got the Spliff Bussin' right now.
My goon. Thank you. I appreciate you.
So, I know you from producing for Miles, but you've produced for a couple other World Tour Mafia guys, right? Scoob?
Yeah, me and Scoob was like the first one.
Okay, he was the first one.
Because me and his homie, Y. Orden, who like, he a producer, that's the homie Will, like, he do shit with like Lucky, everybody. Like, me and him locked in because he was doing shit with Scoob.
Yeah.
And I was like, bet, let's get some shit going. And then we did like 2 songs on a Scoob tape, and then that fool just was fucking with me, so we were like locked in, and then he came out here and introduced me to like Day Money and and then
because Day Money, you got Day Money as well.
Yeah, me and Day just dropped. We got some shit dropped too, like a couple months back. Like.
So is that mainly your niche is the Detroit beats?
Nah, I started
because I know you do like New York like drill beats and stuff too, right?
I'll be working with like a Surf Gang, like shout out Surf Gang.
Oh, Surf Gang, you work with them?
Yeah, that's my boy. Like Gianni, we like grew up together out in New York, and that fool's his scene up there is crazy. Like that fool's got New York on lock, so we be doing like a bunch of shit with his homies. You know what I mean? Like this fool named Polo Perks, that's the homie. He's fire. Like he's up out there. Like. Yeah, we be doing shit, but I really started with that like plug shit, you know. Like everybody, you know, because everybody was like, all of us was listening to like Mexico drill shit, right? 2016.
Yeah, for sure, I mean? Like, for sure. Yeah. So how did you kind of get into producing anyway? Like
fucking through that fool Gianni, shout out Sir. We were living in New York, you know, like doing our shit, whatever.
Oh, you were living in New York at the time?
Yeah, I lived out there like from like 2013, 14 to like 2018, 17. Like.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, like it was a good time. Like we were just figuring shit out, and that fool like was producing. I was like, put me on, and he like showed me what Ableton was and shit.
Also, that's what you produce on is Ableton.
Exactly.
That's a tough one too. Exactly. A lot of people aren't producing on Ableton.
Well, you know,
learn that just like.
But for me, that like Fruity Loops is hard. I can't do that shit.
Yeah. Well, I guess too what you're comfortable with. I mean, if that's what you learned on.
Exactly.
That's a good one to learn on because that's like industry standard. You know what I mean?
Bro. Like that shit helped me get better at making beats because like it was so hard to learn how to do that shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So you started making beats in probably 2013, probably.
I would say like 16.
Okay. I thought when you went to New York is when you started. My bad.
No. This fool like we were like I grew up skating and shit, so like we were just that's how we started, and then this fool was making beats on his laptop on Fruity Loops, and I was like, alright, what's this shit? He was like, yo, I'll be making beats, blah blah blah. He was like, he put me onto his homie that DJ'd, and he was like, yo, download Ableton.
Right.
And he was like, I'll put you on. So all 3 of us, we'd post up and just like make beats and shit.
Did you know that you were pretty like musically inclined?
Well, yeah, I played guitar since I was like a little kid, you know, I knew music theory and shit, and like, I knew chord progression, so I was like, alright, all I need to do is buy a keyboard, and then I'll fucking figure it out, because like, you know, I knew that shit through guitar, you know what I mean?
Exactly, no, I understand that 100%. I tried to play guitar, I'm like, this music thing, like it's not for me. Both my parents played, but like I just
You wasn't fucking with it?
No, I just couldn't do it, bro. It's too much stuff, and like it is a lot to know, like all the notes, and like if I was gonna play stuff, I'd want to make my own stuff, and it's like I have to learn that. You know what I mean? That's a lot to learn.
Yeah, and also it's like if it's not making you money, it's kind of hard to like get super in. I'm like, dude, I gotta put in all this work just to like play a Led Zeppelin song. I'm like, I don't really even want to.
I don't even. And it's the thing too, like the fact that music is not really like what I want to be listening to.
Exactly,
so for you, you get to like make music that you want to listen to too, which is awesome.
That's like what the goal was. I was like, fool, I listen to all this shit, like listen to plug shit. I was like, I'm gonna make shit that I'm gonna listen to. Like fools are gonna hear that and be like, oh, he's
So who are some people that you'd really love to like, you know, produce a song for? If you give me like your top 3, like
I would say like the fool I just played in there, Shawnee Bin Laden. I'm fucking with him heavy. He from New York, he hard as fuck. Ray, of course.
Right.
You know, everybody that makes.
And he's so up right
Detroit,
now.
Like, but even then, like when I first heard fucking My Thoughts Part 2, like, you know, I wasn't even making Detroit beats, and I was like, nah, bro. Like, I was like, this is some shit, fool. Like, I remember like this back when I was still pouring up and shit too. So I was like, all right, bet. Like, this is what I'm trying to like. So that kind of like put me on this path to like meet Scoob and everybody, because I wouldn't have fucking made, if I didn't start making these Detroit shits, I wouldn't have met nobody, you know. I wouldn't have like none of these fools. I wouldn't have met you guys. I wouldn't, if I kept doing what I was doing, I wouldn't have met nobody.
Well, and that's what's cool about Detroit is everything's so close knit. It's like everyone knows each other, everyone works together, and that's what I love about Detroit. Look,
that's why I fuck with you fools. It's rare to meet fools in this industry that actually like do what they say. Like you fools are like, all right, I'm coming back to LA. We to it, we here. Like fool, it's rare to hear that from people. Like, you know what I mean? Because we're from here. You know, fools will come out here like doing what they do. You know, like whatever, like kind of like, you know, pretending, like not really, like they'll say a lot of shit that they'll want to do, but when you come out here and it's not. But that's why I fuck with like full Scoob and them will come out here. Miles will be like, I'm booking 4 sessions, boom, and they're already locked in. We're already there. It's nothing. We're here. He's not even here yet.
That's like all over Detroit is like that too. Like, all those guys are like straight up. They say something, they do it. You know what I mean? And that is like a whole like cultural and lifestyle thing that I really enjoy.
And my mama from Flint, so like so like that's family. So I see that, I'm like, dude, that's how those fools. That shit is too hard. You know what I mean? It's rare. It's rare that like the place that your family's from like will really like ever blow up like that. You know what I mean? I would have never thought I'd be listening to Detroit and Flint music. In 2021. Like,
I agree. I used to go to Detroit all the time for like, my mom's from like a suburb of Detroit, so we used to go up there all the time. And like, I was literally up there all the time when I was a little kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when the Steelers were in the Super Bowl and they played the Super Bowl game up there, like we went and like, so I was like up in Detroit, and I didn't even realize like that, like it would be such a big
scene now
in my life too. Like that's like what I listen to all the time now, and it's like every day, it's that one scene. You know what I mean?
And that's why I fuck with you guys. You guys fuck with that shit. Like I'll hear you bumping Los and shit on the story, just no reason. I mean, even Night Runner was like, "Fool, I'm trying to shoot," because I did that Los song. On the Carlos tape, and that fool like showed love the first day I met y'all. I was like, fool, that's real shit. I was like, you fools fuck with this music.
So you've worked with Los and Nutty a couple times?
Well, I just did
just that one that Los
and then
I want to talk a little bit about being in that Detroit scene. Like, what's it mean to you to be in that scene? Because like,
that's an honor. Like how it is for you fools, like
and being from. Like I know you're from being out here. I mean, and people still work with you. That's gotta feel awesome. It's like, all right, I'm not like literally like in these people's backyards, but like I'm doing this for like you guys. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. Well, it's because it's like for me, it's like this. It's like if I like something and I want to get good at it, I'm like, I want it to be able to be good enough that people from there are gonna rap on it.
Right.
So if I'm gonna go make like drill beats, I want it to be good enough so that these fools will rap on it. Real, like shiny, like. Or if I want to make a Detroit beat, I really want someone like Scoob.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or Miles.
Like solidified in that scene. And that's so big too. You know, like you're from out here and you're gonna be like, all right, I want people in New York to be messing with my stuff, so I'm gonna make it be good enough to where the people who are popping in the scene, who have credibility, are gonna want to hop on my beats.
Or else I'm just not even gonna do it, because it's like
that's so awesome. That's so awesome.
It's like you guys, well, it's like you guys make good content. You guys handle yourselves mad well. Like you wouldn't do that if you didn't see that you are gonna be the best at it. Which you would. You know what I mean? That's the mindset you gotta have. Is like, all right, fuck it. If I'm gonna do this, I might as well be like better than the competition. Even,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because it's like like I'm trying to make this shit how I eat every day. You know? Because I still don't eat like this. You know, I work every day. I worked the fucking 8-hour shift this morning.
And you got to. And that's the thing. That's the difference between people who have it and don't too. Like sometimes you have to have a job for a little bit. You know what I mean?
I worked since I was 12 years old. Like this shit hasn't like. I could stop doing this shit tomorrow and I'd be fine, you know, because we have the mindset of like, you're never not gonna get it. But also, I want this to be my career, you know. I don't ever want to have to like clock in again at some point. So
I understand that.
We're gonna work till that, you know what I mean?
Bro, let me just say, your image is so cool, bro. Like, you have the Bass Pro Shops hat, you're drinking a White Claw and smoking a spliff. Like, that is so fire. Like, that is so fire.
Fuck, I was addicted to lean for years. I had to quit that. Yeah, bro, I did. That's how I lost all my teeth. Like,
you lost all your teeth?
Yeah, all these top ones are fake. Like, all these ones are fake because for years, like, fool, I was like, on that shit heavy. And like when you're on the opiates heavy full, I wasn't waking up brushing my teeth full. I wake up at 9 p.m., finish my cup from the night before, and then pour another one. Like I wasn't brushing my teeth.
Right.
So I hit the doctor a couple years later, and this tooth, my gold one, started falling out, the original one. And they were like, "What's going on, man? Like your enamel's eroding." Right. They were like, "What's happening?" And I let them know. I was like, "Look, I was like pouring up. I had all this like syrup, all this soda."
Yeah.
They were like, "That's exactly what did it." Like no cap, my dentist told me like that's what
wild.
did it to you.
That's
and I was
wild.
like, and
how
that's
old were you at this point?
I was like 19 when this
gosh,
tooth fell out.
that's
I'm 21 now.
Yeah.
So fucking dude, like, and it was a blessing, you know. I was lucky enough to like get the operation done and like I'm able to like have teeth.
Right.
If I didn't fall,
you
I
wouldn't have
lost my teeth off the lean. Like I swear, me and Mom was talking about that shit the other day. Cause you really know if you really sip juice, bro, your teeth be hurting. Like your teeth will hurt. If you're sipping a lot of lean, if you're really pouring up and you're drinking mad soda and mad syrup, it's hundreds of grams of sugar, bro.
Yeah.
Your teeth are busting all day. And you're smoking.
True, yeah.
Bro, you gotta think about what's going on
right.
in your dental. Like, people don't realize that shit. Like,
that's true,
you have
bro.
to keep up with your hygiene, bro. And
I just had to reschedule a dentist appointment to come on this trip, bro. And I'm like, I need to get to that dentist, bro.
Because that shit is important, fool. But that's why I'm on the claws now, homie. Because I cannot get back on the juice. You feel me? I'd rather
good for you. Yeah, good for you. Good for you, for real.
Thank you, for you. Straight up, like G shit, like that shit, like fucked me up, my goon, for a long time, you know.
Well, that's awesome that you're able to kick it for real, because that a lot of people struggle with that. Yeah.
Seriously, fool. I mean, look, it's cool, like it's sick, like it was a good time, but like I personally could not continue living the way I was living, fool.
No,
I was gaining mad weight. I was like, stop. I damn near wasn't making beats.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really didn't want to go to my laptop and start cooking.
Right.
I'd rather roll up and watch a movie and pour up, you know, and then go to bed. Like, dude,
just being lazy.
Fucked me up. Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, some people can function. I see fools come to the stew, pour up, make music, leave, make some plays. Like that's fine. Like some of my best homies.
But not everyone can do that.
Some of my best homies still pour up, and they still run it, and they're chilling. But for me, I couldn't be functional. I couldn't be successful.
I understand that, bro. I do understand that. Yeah, absolutely.
That's some shit. Like, if I'll tell like the youthful, don't waste your money on lean. Like, go buy some fucking keyboards, my dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, for real.
Go buy like a camera like this.
Yeah,
because you're gonna end up profiting way more off that.
Yeah.
Like, I've wasted so much money on fucking drugs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
no. Yeah, I understand that.
Dude, that shit is crazy. I could have bought this studio probably 2 times around with the shit that I fucking know.
That's true, dude.
You feel me, dude? But that's why, as a worker, we work for. We know we're always gonna get that money.
Right.
Fuck it. That shit, money's infinite. You'll always make it.
Yeah. So what's next for film?
More Detroit shit, man. Surf gang shit, man. I'm really heavy on that's my brother since day one, so we're about to have New York blowing up. Like, you know, we got a bunch of like good artists out there.
Yeah, I don't know much about that scene, so you're gonna have to tap me in.
That shit is hard as fuck. Yeah. They're sick, and you would fuck with them. They're mad cool people. Like, and more of this shit, I'm WTM like all the way. That's it.
Absolutely.
Like that's all. Like any Detroit beat I make, it's going to the group chat. Like we already got the group chat. I'm sending it there. Like so, we're just gonna keep running that up.
First priority.
That's it. I'm WTM Surf Gang.
Right.
We're just doing shit with just people I fuck with, you know, because I'm lucky enough now where I got homies that are like really prospering, you know, striving. They're really making their like hobbies, their careers, and this shit is sick. So I'm gonna do it with those fools. You know what I mean? We're just gonna make it happen. Like, run it up, man.
Absolutely.
Get rich, man. Let's go. All of us.
That's what's next for Finn. Getting rich.
God willing, you know.
On God.
I mean, fool. I just lost my best friend 3 days ago. And fool, we fucking dude. The last thing that fool ever hit me up on the ground, the R.I.P. Angel Cisneros, by the way. This one's for you, player. Always. The last thing this fool hit me up about was the song me and Miles did in the stew. Like,
really?
He was like, "What is this, fool?" He was like, "Who's rapping?" I was like, "The homie Miles from Detroit." Like, this is no bullshit. I'll show you the last DM I got from him. He was like, "This is crazy." I was like, Full,
that makes that special.
You feel me? Full. So, you know, I got homies that have always supported this shit, so we just gonna keep doing this. Right. And it's gonna happen, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
R.I.P. the Goons. This one's for you, Angel.
Do you want to shout anyone else out before we head out?
Yep, shout out Hurt Boy. That's my fucking goon. First ever person to get me paid off beats. Mm-hmm. Shout out Gianni. Mm-hmm. Shout out Luke. Shout out Night Runner. Real goons. I only met these fools a couple weeks ago. Nice as hell. Real legends. Fucking shout out Miles, Scoop, Day Money, Milk, Ree, Solid. Solid came to my house. Fucking, we smoked RS11 till like 4 in the morning, bro. Real legend. He never hit that shit. He was tripping. I was like, legend. Like, fucking shout out Gianni. Again, shout out to the fools I'm working with right now. Phil, 1600J. All the homies I've been rocking with from Surf Gang. Fucking shout out to all the goons. My goons. Shout out to all my Pedlo homies. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to Drew. Rest in peace. Mike Haran, Alistair, Mario. You know how this shit go, man. We doing this shit for you every day. That's why I'm still making music and doing what I do. For those fools, so.
That was the longest shout out that Local Scene Podcast has ever seen.
And I got too many, homie. I got more.
That might be the longest one ever.
Yeah, let's go.
That might be the longest one ever. You got more?
I got way more, man. I got all the Pedlo homies, all the LES homies. I got fucking, dude, just everybody that's ever rocked with me, you know what I mean? It's mad people, you know what I mean? But
yeah, absolutely.
Fucking A, dude.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on the podcast. I appreciate that. Yeah. Local Scene Podcast.
It was good,